So good evening, welcome to another edition of Hard Books and Classics with yours truly, Alan Mahan. Make sure I'm not going to stretch out that cord. We're in light in August. I'm jumping around, going out of order, much like Faulkner does. Haha. So I'm thinking about the end of chapter 12 and to talk about Joanne Burden a little bit. What a last name. Faulkner is so known for picking his names. He, Lord, still rolling. It's so funny. Stories of him finding old plantation diaries and books, grave site layouts, notifications, actually waiting upon people to die to use their family names, things like that. But how did Joe Christmas end up with Joanne? She's an old spinster. I guess they use each other. No one does anything for free, as they say. There's a reward for everything. Wonder what Joanne's reward is. Ultimately, it's fatal. Her reward. Does she cause her own death? Does she contribute to it? She's pretty violent towards Joe Christmas. She's the first one to put hands on him. He retaliates, and then some. But she really loses it. And she's from a religious background. Her father was a preacher in that, like Hightower. Her father is Calvin, and even his father is mentioned in here several times. I don't know if I can pinpoint it. His father's name is Nathaniel, Calvin's father. But on page 263, Joanne is just off her rocker. They're fighting physically, hitting each other. She calls him the N-word several times. And at the end, that's all, you're just worn out. You're not good. You're not any more good. Let me get this straight. I'm sorry. Editing, huh? That's all. You're just worn out. You're not any good anymore. That's all. She lay on the bed, on her side, her head turned, and looking up at him across her bleeding mouth. Maybe it would be better if we were both dead, she said. Pretty heavy. And the relationship is so strange, to put it lightly. He's been for years going and eating his supper at the table that she makes for him and sets out, while he sneaks up and finds her in bed, where they fornicate. And it's no spoilers here. I think I talked about Gail Hightower and Byron and the relationship with Lena, how she brings them both out of their isolation. And I talked about Mrs. Hines, Joe Christmas's grandmother, in relation to her husband, Mr. Hines, old Doc, who's ranting and raving, wanting Christmas dead, wanting the demon to die. A hard death. Light in August. Read it. Have a catharsis.